the GIZ Private Sector Promotion Program, Dr. Fokker Steigerman.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this privilege to open this important event today. Honorable Austin Panadero, Undersecretary of the Department of Interior and Local Government. Honorable Alfonso Mali, Governor Oriental Mindoro and President of the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines. We have with us Mr. Luke Myers, Head of Aid. We have also our partner from the USA Investing in Living Environment Project. And we are happy to know that we also have the full support of the three NGO leagues, the League of Provinces, the League of Cities, and the League of Municipalities of the Philippines. Colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant good morning to all of you. This event today comes at the heels of the 21st year after the adoption of the local government code here in the Philippines. We all know that our LGUs are important partners in achieving the national government's goal of inclusive growth. Owing to the passage of the local government code, they are in the forefront of the country's poverty reduction efforts. All advocates of territorial approaches, as I would also call myself, are certain promoting local economic development will generate much needed jobs that will not only address the poverty issue, but will also attract investments in areas outside of Metro Manila, or Metro Cebu, or Metro Davao. And as mentioned before, this is very important for the Philippine government's trust for inclusive growth. The national government is challenging its support through the economic cluster chaired by the Department of Finance by mobilizing the agencies involved in economic development that are, for instance, NEDA, our partner DTI, DRLG, DPWH, DOE, UST, and the Department of Agriculture, among others, to, and I quote, improving the business investment and economic environment, ensuring reliability of vital infrastructure, improving rural enterprises, undertaking research and development to support micro-enterprise development, and improving national productivity and competitiveness of Philippine products. Unquote. We have assistance from a number of development partners that are directed towards improving the business investment and enabling environment and promoting local economic development. This includes, as I mentioned already, our CEDA, USAID, and my agency, the Deutsche Gesellschaft für internationale Zusammenarbeit, short GIZ. GIZ is fully owned by the German government, and we have been active here in the Philippines for more than 40 years. Our portfolio includes environment and rural development, climate change, adaptation and mitigation, decentralization, a project in Caraga, and the private sector promotion SMETSEP program that I am representing. For our part, ESP SMETSEP, as we are called, private sector promotion, we are working closely with DTI. DTI is our partner in improving the framework conditions for private sector development in the Visayas. In our phase 3 now, since 2010, we supported the National MSME Council in the formulation of the MSME Development Plan 2011-2016. We also provided capacity building to the provincial MSME councils in the Visayas so that they can better support the enterprises in their areas. At the enterprise and enterprise association level, we are working in upgrading the value chain in a number of sectors, among them engineered bamboo, the creative sector, and tourism. The objective of this value chain approach is to strengthen the links among the different actors involved in the delivery of a product or service. This improves its efficiency and increases value addition towards generating income and employment for the involved enterprise. We also started streamlining BPLS already in 2004 in our two pilot cities, Ormoc and Apollo. Sir Emil Kingston will later tell us more about what major changes have been triggered in Ormoc. Already in 2009, with the help of a well-working peer-to-peer learning approach, we had supported the streamlining of BPLS in 124 municipalities and cities in the Visayas, and this after 2010 became part of the national BPLS effort jointly by DTI and DIG. But most relevant for our event today is that we have introduced the local and regional economic development approach, or how we call it, LRED. It is a participatory and action-oriented planning and implementation process by which public and private stakeholders work together to improve conditions for economic growth and employment in the locality. This process actively engaged the LGUs and local stakeholders to assess the local economy, identify the issues affecting them, and jointly formulate an action plan to move forward. It creates a venue for dialogue between the public and private sectors that allows them to continually discuss areas for improvement and cooperation. This approach has demonstrated its effectiveness in helping LGUs identify potential sectors for development, generate investments, and improve the competitiveness of a locality. DTI Regional Director of Region 8, Cynthia Neras, will later talk about it, and of course we have others of our partners that we have been working with here in the venue, and we are happy that they will also share their experiences, like for instance the Honorable Mayor Annalisa Kwan from Iwan Samar. In these past years, we in GIZ have been fortunate to have been working with a very active partner, DTI. With their support and the enthusiasm of all those local leaders and the private sector in the localities, we were able to introduce the LRED approach to 84 LGUs in the Visayas. On their own, then, DTI has replicated the approach in 54 LGUs in Luzon and Mindanao. And in 2012, LRED will be replicated in further 190 LGUs. In 2013, in even more, namely 164 further LGUs. So, with this, our program, actually, the PSP SMETSEP is drawing to a close by the end of this year. But we are confident that DTI will continue the LRED replication nationwide. But often, if something ends, something else started. We will have a new project called Promotion of Green Economic Development, or PRO-GED, also with DTI here in the Philippines. Its primary objective is to help SMEs climate-proof their processes towards enhancing the competitiveness of the enterprise and improve the sustainability of their operations in the long term. It will also have a component that will help LGUs move towards green economic development. Let me at this juncture say that we are very pleased to be cooperating with the LGSP-LED project of SIDA. Aside from this event, we have been building upon each other's initiatives in the Visayas, and this paved the way for synergies and creating possibilities to work together very constructively. This also fostered greater cooperation among our partners, DTI and DIG, thereby accelerating public and private partnerships for competitiveness and local and regional economic development. Thank you for your attention. attention, and again, good morning.